Hi guys, just a quick look at the Sync AM here on the ICOM IC-R75. The Sync AM on these was a standard feature until the later ones, but I've researched it quite a bit and I can't find any information that suggests when it was taken off, or even official information that says when it was taken away. But I've read numerous places that the Sync AM feature was took off the later models. Also, the later models, apparently, again, according to the internet, a few sources said that the DSP module there, when that's fitted, you can see it's fitted with a little DSP in the corner. Try to get the ISO balance right. So the DSP denoted there suggests that it's fitted. Or sorry, it doesn't suggest it. It declares it's fitted by having a DSP letters there. The early ones, most of the early ones didn't have it fitted. It was always an optional extra. The later ones, some came with it fitted, but as I say, I don't know when that would cross over with the Synchronous AM being removed. So you're better off having one that's got the Sync AM, because I'm on WRMI or something like that from America. Okie or something like that in Florida. I think it's a religious station. It's coming a long way to England and the Midlands. Midlands in England even. It sounds like the Sync AM doesn't do much on these radios, and sometimes it's better without Sync AM, but yeah, it doesn't do much on these, and that's par for the course for ICOM, in my opinion. I've had poor experience with ICOM's sync feature, even on the 8600, which is supposed to be a very high-end radio from ICOM, or near enough their flagship model at the time, and the Sync AM didn't do anything. But it's same here, it's hit and miss. Most of the time it's miss, but occasionally you'll get a signal where it either cleans the signal, cleans the audio up a little bit, making it a little better for speech, or sometimes it does help with selective or cross fading, selective fading is it called, when it fades away. It does occasionally help with that, depending on the strength of the signal, but in comparison to AORs or even the RSP DX from the RSP DX from SDR Play, I couldn't remember what it was called, from SDR Play, the RSP DX, that's got real nice Sync AM on it, and so has AOR. A couple of AOR products I've messed with. I've got a good Sync AM, really locks in, really helps. There's also a good one from Sherwood, apparently, like a standalone box. Sherwood Electronics, I believe, and that you can put it through your IF output, maybe, I think it is, and that helps with Sync AM. I think it locks straight, and I've seen a couple of videos on the internet on that. But as for ICOM, I don't think they're really too interested in putting Sync AM. I think it's a bit of a gimmick for them. They're not particularly interested in making a good one. That's my opinion. It might have had a software update, firmware update, something on the ICOM 8600, making the Sync AM a bit better, a little better, but or even perfect, I don't know. Anyway, so that's my experience. So it doesn't do a lot, but in my opinion, I would get the earlier version and do what I did, and I fitted the DSP module myself, so I knew it was done right. And it's got the Sync AM, which is handy. I'd rather have it than not have it, but if you haven't got it, I really wouldn't bother swapping it for one that's got it, because you'll be disappointed. It doesn't really, when it does help, it doesn't help much, and it's probably a little bit of a placebo effect, and probably doesn't help at all. There's numerous reviews on the Sync AM, and they all say it's terrible and not worth having. Well, that's probably right. I sort of agree with that. So like I said, if you've got one that's a later one, perhaps it's got the DSP fitted already, or we're not sure if it was fitted from the factory, but it's a later one, it doesn't do Sync AM. Sync AM comes on with this switch here, you just press it and Sync AM comes on there, and it's also in the menu sync. There's two types of setting, which is not mentioned in the manual I can find what the two different types are, but neither do a lot or don't do anything. But the DSP, in my opinion, that's worth having. That's something that I would say I wouldn't agree. A lot of people say it's useless, but it isn't. It's actually quite good at cleaning up the audio, knocking off a bit of interference. Sometimes you can dig signals way out of the noise if there's high noise levels. The noise blank's terrible. It doesn't do anything either. Sorry, noise blank and the MB there. That doesn't do anything. The only thing that does on this and a couple of other icons I've got is either cause interference on the signal when it's on, or it does on the 8500 and this one, it does get rid of pulse noise, like an ignition, car ignition or something going off locally, or a transformer. It does really help with that, really quite good. But that noise is seldom around here, so it's a bit useless. It won't blank off any other type of noise. It does say that in the manual, I believe. So that's the type of noise blanker it is. The ICOM IC-R75 is slightly better with its noise blanker, but that can cause distortion, as it mentions again in the manual. But that's got a variable level on it, and it's also got a wide and narrow. But this is doing okay. I'll just change antenna, see if I can get anything better out of it.
And if Satan rise up against himself, divided, he cannot. But notice the phrase cannot.
No, it's about the best it's going to get signal wise on the vertical, which is a short vertical, an Excalibur. It's all I can fit at the moment in my loft. So it's not the best antenna, especially not if you're trying to go from America to the UK or receive from America. Okay guys, that's it for now anyway. I'll be back soon with a couple more radios. I've just purchased a couple of radios and sold a couple of radios out of the collection, just trying to keep it moving, trying to do some videos on things. So there's a video coming soon on the Uniden Bearcat 9000 UBC 9000 XLT, just trading that in for a radio. So that'll be coming soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.